And welcome to a brand new episode of This Week in Disney History. I am your host, Milo Beasley. And how are you digging the new Milo Beasley Show studio look? We have a really fun one for you this week. There's a lot of really cool things that I can't wait to dive into. So why don't we go ahead and do that as we talk about what happens this week in Disney history. We're going to start off October 11th. So, yes, October 11th, 1955. You know those famous Disneyland ticket booklets that you see, the A, B, C, D, E? Yes. October 11th, 1955 was the very first day that those ticket booklets came into existence, were used at Disneyland Park. However, on that those first days, they actually only had A, B, and C tickets. D and E would come sometime later. So there were only A, B, and C tickets. Those at the very beginning of the ticket usage. I think we got that. And then the very next year, 1956. So October 11th, 1956. While not, of course, owned by Disney, then the Muppets make their network television debut as they appeared on the Steve Allen Show. They could have been on the Milo Beasley Show, but they chose not to. So, moving on. Moving on to October 12th, 2003. Last week we talked about Mission to Mars at Walt Disney World closing down. Now we're going to talk about Alien Encounter, extraterrestrial, the attraction that took its place, closed down this week, October 12th, 2003. And then 2013, the very first day of D23 Expo Japan. So the very first time that D23 Expo was held in Japan, and it's held every couple of years. Not during the regular D23 season. They gotta alternate and stuff like that. So I really hope to get out to D23 Japan one day. D23 in Anaheim is a magical place. So Tokyo, Japan is a magical place. So imagine if you put the two together. It's magical place. Moving on to October 13th. Here's where things start to get spooky. Ooh. Not on this one. But 1960, this day in 1960, Walt Disney himself dedicates Walt Disney Elementary School in his hometown of Marceline, Missouri. He showed up on a train, of course, because that's what Walt Disney does. I want to start showing up to places on a train. Trains don't really. October 13th, 1987. The very first Disney Legend Award is given out. And the very first recipient was the absent-minded professor himself, Fred McMurray. So I hope to one day become a Disney legend, or just sit in the audience when they give them out. This day, October 13th, this is where I was talking about getting spooky. Woo! The Nightmare Before Christmas makes its premiere in New York City. New York City! Anybody remember those commercials? Anyway, so yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas makes its debut, its premiere in New York City. Question to you guys. Is Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie, or is it a Christmas movie? I'm going to throw this poll out on October 13th to see what you guys have to say, because I'm super interested. There's a song, it's called This Is Halloween, and the movie is Nightmare Before Christmas. It's not saying Nightmare at Christmas. So to me, it's a Halloween movie. Also, this date, speaking of Disney legends, October 13th, 2008. Wayne Allwine and Russi Taylor, the voices of Mickey and Minnie Mouse, are given the everlasting award, the Disney Legend Award. Again, I'll be waiting on mine. Moving on, October 14th, very, very, very important day, October 14th, 1926. A. Milne's Winnie the Pooh, a collection of stories about, his stuffed animals. Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore, Tigger, Rabbit, you know all of them, is published in London, England for the very first time. So happy birthday, Winnie the Pooh. Just want to give you a big old Pooh Bear hug next time I see you, but I can't because you're on the other side of the fence at the Epcot catching butterflies and stuff. Sounds fun. Also this day, October 14th, 2010, Duffy the Bear, speaking of bear hugs, Duffy the Bear makes his Walt Disney World debut at the Epcot Center alongside Mickey Mouse and a couple of the Walt Disney World ambassadors. See, he's right there. Not here, but the picture. October 15th, 1932, one of my favorite Mickey Mouse cartoons of all time, Touchdown Mickey premieres. Obviously it's about football. I love the football. In case you haven't known, I got the footballs up there. Touchdown Mickey. Also on this date, October 15th, 1998, Fantasmic, with an exclamation point at the end, debuts at Disney's MGM Studios. It's a cool show. If you guys haven't seen it, I do recommend seeing it at least once. And then when they start doing the wave there, just go ahead and get out because the wave is silly. I hate it. It's off topic. Moving on to October 16th, 1923. When I said that there were some big days, this is possibly one of the biggest. Roy and Walt Disney start up the Disney Brothers Studio, which is why 1923, D23 is named after this moment right here, the opening of the Disney Brothers Studio. If you didn't know, now you know and you're learning things. So, which I learned things too. Where's I was lost. Oh, so we're gonna wrap things up October 17th. So October 17th, 1927, Oswald the Rabbit cartoon titled Great Guns features Oswald the Rabbit going to war, shooting guns, getting blown up. He actually gets blown up and then gets put back together by his girlfriend, who, interesting enough, is not Hortensia in this cartoon. Also, October 17th, 1937, another really, really big day. Huey, Dewey, and Louie, Donald's nephews, make their worldwide debut not in a cartoon, but rather in a Sunday comic strip. Disney's Sunday Comics featured Huey, Dewey, and Louie, Donald's nephews. And now they are everywhere, and they're awesome, and they're cute. 1998, right? Yes, 1998, Disney Channel original movie Halloween Town makes its debut. Of course, you can catch Halloween Town 2, Halloween Town 3, Halloween Town 4, Halloween Town 16, Halloween Town 82, all on Disney Plus at this moment. If you're trying to get into the Halloween time spirit, go watch Halloween Town. And finally, this date, October 17th, 2012, a promotion was announced for 2013 called Limited Time Magic, where every single week they were going to do something special somewhere, either Walt Disney World, Disneyland, who knows where, Disney Springs. It could have been online, but every single week they were going to do something special, including long lost friends characters. One time they had Tinkerbell and all her fairy sisters all out there meeting together. Santa met in July. It was was crazy and it was awesome, and I would give anything to have limited time magic again. Let's bring back Long Lost Friends. I mean, they kind of did last year in a weird way, but that'll be it for this week in Disney history. I hope you enjoyed me stumbling and bumbling along the way to try to bring you some entertaining, fun facts that you might or might not have known previously. So thanks for hanging out with me. Please, I ask you, as always, subscribe, follow, like, share, tell all your friends about This Week in Disney History. So, yeah, I guess that'll be it. Hopefully you like the new studio. Hopefully it sounds okay out there to your ears. And yeah, so we'll see you next week for This Week in Disney History. Cut.